Hello guys, welcome back to this segment. I hope your day is going well. First of all, happy weekend to you guys and thanks for joining back again to watch this one. If you're just finding this channel for the first time, this is Football Stories, and on this channel I like to talk about football and then Nigerian Super Eagles specifically. So if this is what you like, this is the kind of content that you like, be my guest and subscribe to the channel and then turn on the bell notification so you get these kinds of updates when I drop any video. So quickly, let's go into it. Yesterday, we saw a number of interesting interesting dramas, actually going down in the world of football. The biggest one, obviously, was the transfer market because yesterday was the deadline, and then we saw a number of uh, busyness from different club sides. Players were moving here and there. A number of players actually moved. A lot of them, a whole lot of them. But the most important one that we thought could have happened yesterday didn't happen. Of course, I'm talking about Victor Osimhen's move to either of Chelsea or Al Ahly. That didn't happen. But I'm going to talk about it later in this video. I have another interesting stories which also started to develop yesterday, and it was the fact that the NFF failed to uh, get the deal done for the new coach or the would-be new coach, Bruno Labbadia. And yesterday, if you follow the channel, you know that we talked about the deal uh, nearing a breakdown. After the conversation between NFF and the representative of Labbadia uh, had a stalling. But right now, the NFF has released a new statement giving the reason why the deal did not work. I know that right now we don't have trust with the NFF. Even when they announce things officially, uh, we have our reasons to doubt them and question the authenticity of it. Because I mean, the last time they announced something official, it was on Tuesday when they told the world, told Nigerians that they had agreed a deal with this man that he's now the new head coach of the team. They actually announced that officially on their platforms, but right now, we are finding out that it's just one of those things again. It's not true. But whatever happens, we are still going to obviously follow NFF and let you guys know the developments on their front. So right now, the latest development with NFF is that it's now stated officially on that platform that the reason why they decided to not go further with assigning Labbadia as the new head coach is that they were obligated or compelled to pay an extra 32 to 40% of the salary to German authority as part of the taxes to employ this man. And this was the deal breaker, according to the NFF. The NFF's president didn't want to do that. He said that that wasn't the plan because it wasn't part of the initial arrangement or the initial discussions that both parties had. Of course, NFF are saying that when they had that in the first chat with Labbadia and agreed with him, what they discussed was the salary that they were going to be paying this man on a monthly basis. And Labbadia, quoted his price, and the NFF, felt that it was okay that they could pay him. They had an understanding and they had an agreement, which was why the NFF went quickly to announce it. But the mistake that they made was that they didn't wait to find out other terms and conditions surrounding the deal, surrounding this man's employability. And they are now finding out, they just recently found out yesterday that, additionally to paying his monthly wages, they would still need to pay extra up to 40% of the worth of that salary to the German authority as his taxes. So, for example, what we are looking at right now is if, for example, NFF agreed to pay Labbadia $100K a month, uh, that means they are looking at paying an extra $40K to the German authority as the taxes for employing this man. And that was what the NFF president and the executive looked at, and they felt that it was big enough to be a deal breaker, and in the end they refused to shoulder that responsibility. And from Labadia's team and his representatives, it was a no-no for them, because if NFF cannot shoulder that responsibility, then obviously it means that it's going to be Labbadia, that will now pay the German authority, pay his country's taxes from his salary agreed with NFF, which of course he wasn't willing to part ways with a dime from his agreed salary. So, but that's what's happening right now. The way forward right now from NFF is that Eguavoen is going to be the man that comes in as the new interim manager to oversee these two games in September. First, of course, we have with Benin Republic on the 7th of September, and then on the 10th we have with Rwanda. So that's the way forward. NFF has even moved forward to announce this officially on their platforms that Eguavoen will be the man to head the team, and also they stated the reason, which I just summarized here as how or why the deal broke down. So that's what's currently happening right now, and discussions about new coach situation has been stalled, and in fact has been suspended right now from the NFF side. They are only now focused on supporting Eguavoen, for the tax ahead, and then after which they can now start talking about getting or trying to scout new coaches again, which is like going back to zero. Of course, that's been the situation with NFF, and I'm just tired of it. I'm sure everyone is tired of it. But moving on to the next gist, the big one, Victor Osimhen deal yesterday. We saw the whole story. We saw how he was developing. Two club side in the end of the day were the ones that were interested in signing Osimhen, the likes of Chelsea from EPL, and then Al Ahly from the Saudi Pro League. If you followed the channel yesterday, you know that, of course, I posted a couple of videos about Victor Osimhen's development, and during that time, I even posted one video where I revealed that Victor Osimhen is in danger of actually losing out on both Chelsea and Al Ahly, because at that period, Al Ahly had already concluded deal with Ivan Toney. He's had his medical, done his agreed personal terms, and also transfer fee had been agreed with his club, Brentford. So he was just waiting to sign. But the issue then that made him not to sign immediately was that he was the second choice. So Al Ahly were still consistently chasing Victor Osimhen to see if he's going to accept the huge offer that would have seen him earn 256 trillion naira in 4 years for this club side. But Osimhen agreed to that term, but he was waiting for Chelsea to see if Chelsea can up their game in terms of paying him a decent salary. He wanted to collect a decent amount of money from Chelsea and also stay in the Europe's top flight where he can be playing Champions League and playing the best football. But that's obviously backfired. I know he's my brother, he's a fellow Nigerian, but I'm a bit angry with how this team turned out. I thought he could have done it better. I thought his agent, Roberto Calendra, could have done it a little better to get, the best deal for Victor Osimhen, frankly. But in the end, it did not work out, and this man loses out from two sides. And there are consequences to this. Of course, I'm sure you know, he's now no longer part of the Napoli team for this season, because Antonio Conte said it time without number that he has moved forward from the idea of having Victor Osimhen as a striker, because when he took over the job, Victor Osimhen was a subject of interest. There were so many stories around Victor Osimhen that he's going to leave the club, and it was obvious then that he is not part of the club's future. So Antonio Conte wanted a new striker in Lukaku, and he has finally gotten his Lukaku. So Victor Osimhen has now been pushed out of the squad. His relationship, his communication with this club has been broken down for real. So there's no going back for Victor Osimhen, even though he's not going to be transferring to any other club and he's going to stay at Napoli. The consequences for him now is that he could be pushed down to the under-21 Napoli squad to be training with the junior teams, because if a manager decides you're not part of the team, then obviously you have no business being around the first team training. That's what it is. And what if this happens? Of course, Victor Osimhen could stay several months without playing football, professional football, until January, when the transfer window will open again. That's when we'll now start to see, okay, clubs coming in to try and get Osimhen. But again, there's still a small window right here for Osimhen to leave, and it's the fact that Saudi Pro League transfer deadline is still on up until I think like Monday. But why it's impossible, why it's almost impossible for Osimhen to still move at this point is that no other Saudi Arabia club are interested in signing Osimhen. The only ones that showed real interest in signing Osimhen was Al Ahly, and they're putting everything on the line to try and get this man. And it didn't work out because Osimhen was not given the green light. So it's what it is right now. Al Ahly decided to go for Ivan Toney. He's now signed and moved to the club officially. and Victor Osimhen is staying put at Napoli to bear the consequences. So that's what's happening. Let me know your reactions for these stories. NFF, now giving Eguavoen the mandate to take over charge. What do you think about this? And also, importantly, about Victor Osimhen. Do you think Osimhen could have done something better? Do you blame Osimhen for what is happening to him now? Do you think perhaps it's like greed? Of course, he's our brother, but we have to talk about it. Do you think it's greed on his side to want to demand too much money from Chelsea uh, and also stay in the top flight football? And do you also think the issue is from his agent, Roberto Calandra, who failed to broker a good deal for this man to move? But that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. React to the stories, and also leave a like for this video. Smash the subscription button to get notified when I drop a new video like this. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More videos coming in the later hour.